Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 374. And as I showed you the other day, I'm putting my pennies, I'm keeping them on the desk. I'm taking this hobby to the next level, right? So I'm keeping my stuff over here. And I noticed that I had two of the same type of penny roll wrappers. And they both have tape and they have the same type of tape on it. So they're probably from the same person, right? These are the little games that I like to play. Games people play. And so we're going to do one roll today, one roll tomorrow. And that's the dilly, y'all. All right, so let's get this out on the table and see what we got. I've been looking into 4K. I think that's what they are. I could be wrong. Um, I've been looking. Wow, they did a good job. Either that or it's been on the, when tape stays one place, so it gets put down a long time ago. How it kind of breaks apart and peels and everything. That looks like what's happening here. And I think they're called 4K. That they have 4K capability. The pros, the pro version of the phones, and maybe next time I'll do this first on the other one. I could have just paused the video too. What a dope. Anyway, so I've been looking into it, and there's I was gonna say a foreign. There's one that I don't recognize the name. I did the research on it. Maybe I can tell you real quick. If I'm talking about something, I might as well at least include you in on what I'm talking about. I've never heard of the phone before. It's called I can't even pronounce Xiaomi. Xiaomi. So they're pretty cheap. They come unlocked, and oh no, seriously, you have to do both sides. Oh, this one came off easy, and I don't know why it looks like it's. I did watch a video on it, and the the camera was just. I don't know why is it so tight for. I don't understand. They're not supposed to be this tight. These I think anyway. All right. Well, whatever. What can you do? There's still one left in there. Um, we got copper. Yeah, we have copper in here. All right, we're good to go. And of course, it would be hard, but it'll be horrible if I 23. We're looking for the extra V already. Let me pause this. It would be horrible if I went and spent $300, which I know is not much. I mean, they got phones now that are $2,000, no extra V. If I spent $300 on a phone and it ends up not being as good as, I mean, this phone's camera. Well, I'm putting the video on pause for now on when I have to look at things off camera, or if I'm wasting time or whatever. And it looks like the mint mark is a repunch, but also, and this is where I want the 4K. I wish I could show that right there. I don't know if you could see it well enough on the camera or not, but the date, the Liberty, and the motto all have some when I'm calling. And now this is what I was thinking about while I was off camera. There are three types of, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit because I think this might be one of my next videos. There are three types of terms or terminology that I could think of off the top of my head relating to double dies, right? Which is what, a large part of the coin collecting world is about. A large part of it, right? Understanding double dies. Some machine doubling. The difference between a double die and machine doubling, hub doubling. And three of the terms that I could think of off the top of my head are spreading, no close AM, separation, and extra thickness. Those are the three terms that I can recall as being often used on copper coins, right? Because I use copper coins. It's an easy reference. And I have to be honest with you, they all kind of look a little similar. Or there are some that look similar. Like extra thickness, obviously, I don't believe the coin has to show like a second strike or something like that, or like a double die. But that's our second copper, 1970. But where is it at? 1970. If it's the S, you're looking for the small large date. But also some things that are identified as spreading to me also look like they could be extra thick. So that's where some of the confusion comes from. And I'm sure someone's going to come and clarify it, right? But um, on, it's funny, right? Because I'm going to show you, if you go to one of my videos, welcome back to another episode, and you go to, where is it at? And look, and you go here, I actually have the definition of Wechsler's in my video. So you click that, and it takes you to welcome to Wechsler's die varieties, right? And I have that up. Is this one the same thing? Yeah. And then there's another page that you can find that actually says double dies, Wechsler's double dies. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a kind of humdrum, lame video where I'm just going to read what it says um, on that web page, because it's very good, but it's very. I have to say, I didn't see. Okay, so I thought maybe this was a wheat cent, so I turned it over so I wouldn't see the date, but it's not a wheat cent. It is it's probably a sintered cent. Hmm. It's very brown, that's for sure. Let me look a little closer. And I think I'm just going to spend another 1970D. What's that? Well, it's not. I don't think it's bagged. That doesn't look like bagging to me. I mean, it kind of looks. It's reminiscent of bagging. Huh, interesting. Could be a strike through. But I don't understand how it's a strike through, and it's these little dot 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 dot. And it's funny because the dots get smaller, and then there's another little something on the bottom. Could be. I don't know what it is. I'll hold on to it. And I think I'll just read out uh, just read it, right, and try to absorb it, and maybe make a little bit of a fool of myself by things I don't understand. And to me, that's part of the 22. I think this is our newest year we found. To me, that's just part of the learning process. It's a beautiful 82, because that is, again, a big part of Oh, look how brown this is. Super brown. A big part of the learning process is understanding what a double, and we got a 24, so that's it. That's our, we're not going to find anything newer because I got this bag in 2024. So we already know that the person was collecting right up until the same year. Got some weak letters up there. I didn't even check the other one for weak letters. Or no VDB. I think that's another term for it. And just as an more as an exercise, and exercises are important. I mean, I'm basically doing an exercise every day, right? The coin roll hunting to me is a type of, and especially the way I do it, right? There's certain exercises you could do, I mean, honestly, you're not going to learn anything, right? So if you're just looking, and I'm not knocking it, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not knocking it. If you're just looking for copper, that's great. Good, good for you. Obviously, you're not going to learn anything about double dies. You're not going to learn anything about numismatics. Let's just put it like that, right? You're not going to learn anything about numismatics. Obviously, if you see certain double dies, they're very obvious. Like if you go like this and you see two dates, you see two Liberty. I mean, if you see something that's wild, obviously it's going to grab your attention. You still might not know what it is. That's the funny part, right? It's like, oh, I know I got something here, but I don't know what it is. And then you'll have to ask somebody like me, what is that? And, so like I said, you're really not going to um, learn much um, by just collecting copper, except about copper. You will learn a lot about copper and, what the prices of copper. Copper doesn't move much. This is probably another 2024. That's a nice one. I'll put that to the side too. Um, you know, copper prices don't move much. I'm not saying they're static, but I don't know. This could be a wide AM, and I can't even tell. Oh, if always there's always got to be corrosion rate where you need to find something. Whatever. 2022. I didn't even check that 2024 for any. No, it has a little. They all have a little bit of that rubbing on the bottom, or grease strike, or whatever it is. For some reason, must be like a whole huge technical flaw regarding the 2024s. So no white AM, but to me, I find it kind of fascinating, all the different types of errors, um, the varieties, the prospect of finding something that has value. Those all those things I find interesting and fascinating, and that's really what the channel has morphed into since its inception last year. Is a place where I'm really trying to learn as much as I can about. At this point, I'm going to have to say numismatics, which I couldn't even pronounce a year ago. I remember, you know, numismatics. If I'm still pronouncing, maybe I'm still pronouncing it wrong. Who knows? Another nice 2024. Not as nice as the last one. And coin collecting also, and also the values and the mintages, and like for example, yesterday I went through the mintages of I forgot what it was. It was a proof. no close AM. And I went and I showed it on the channel, and I had an idea of what it would cost. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You just say, "Oh yeah, I bet you there's one worth 1,000." Then you go on eBay, and of course, if you go highest first, somebody's going to be selling it for $1,000. But I after the video was over, I actually went through the eBay listings again because I was like, wow, I kind of was interested in knowing the value of one because I was like, maybe I'll pick one up, for a couple $100, whatever. And I ended up finding similar ones for like $100 and something, not 1,000. MS. I think there's an MS-65 for like $175. Now, anyway, I'm not going to get into that whole process. My point was that even when I thought I was right about something, I was wrong, because it was actually cheaper than what I thought. And so the curiosity continued even off camera. And I learned something that, at this point in time, certain coins are pretty cheap, and even though there's only under 30,000 of the coin made, which to me is like, I mean, if you want to look at a penny mat, the key varieties, I'll show you right now. Look how high, I mean, compared to 30,000, look how high these key date mintages are. And these I know are, you see, I say I know in my memory, I kind of recall these being in good grades, being, $1,000+ But so in my mind, something that only has a mintage under 100,000 would be worth even more, but that's not true. Yeah, under 30,000, that whatever that proof S is, and you would pick it. You could have gotten like a lower grade one for like $100. And I was like, there's only 30. How's that even possible? But it is possible. It is possible because they're graded and they're there. Another 70. D. This is a beauty. This is a nice one. This might even be low MS. Nah, that I think ruined it right there. To put it into high AU. I'll put it into the BU pile. But it is possible, and it is because it's there. Oh wow. I don't think that's a repunch mint mark. It can't be it can't be a repunch mint marks in 1999. They stopped repunching mint marks in 1998. So it would have to be a double dyed. I'll pause it for a second. I'll look at it. So yeah, not obviously it can't be a repunch mint mark. No matter, even if it looked like a repunch mint mark, it's not a repunch mint mark. They weren't punching mint marks. The letters are off very flat, and I think that's something that happens with the 99s for whatever reason too. Anyway, so so there's just so much to learn, and we do got a lot of copper here. Let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10 copper, so we have 20% copper from that row, which is awesome. So I'm just trying to tie that into the whole double die, misaligned die. The whole double die discussion I started at the beginning of this video, and then relating it to basically more broadly coins in general. That unless you're, I mean, I've been buying and selling coins for many, many years. That I've been doing for a long time. But as far as understanding errors and other aspects of mintages and the minting of coins and post mint damage versus mint error, all of that, that's only been going on for the past year. And so I have that, but it's been a pretty quick education process because I really put a lot of time into it. It's another 2024, nice one. I'll put it with the other one. And and that's really what this channel's become about, you know, my little journey in learning about coin errors and values and mintages and everything relating to numismatics. and and you know, people who have been with the channel for a long time are taking that journey with me, you know. And I think that is so cool, because for several reasons. It's another 2024, 2023. I have to look for the extra V. For many reasons, um, and some of those reasons might be different than mine, but you still go on the journey with me because um, our paths intersect at certain points in time, you know? So even though your journey, you're in it just for the money, right? Which I'm really not. I mean, I got boxes of pennies now that I put into flips. Boxes and I put them into flips, and I categorize them, and I put them on the side over here. Um, so obvious. I mean, they're there. I might never sell them. Who knows? No extra V on that. You know what I mean? And they might just go to a family member after I croak. You know, who knows? Um, or I might, you know, flash sale them and whatever. The point is that right now, and for this really had, even though I have the eBay store, I haven't even, that was more of an experiment. I haven't sold anything there in months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And it is there if I ever want to use it again. But I guess my point is that maybe that's what you're about, making money now, finding stuff, going through thousands of pennies and listing them. And, you know, that's like your thing. It's not mine. But I do talk about how much things are worth and the different types of errors and how much certain. So our paths might interlink on this channel, interconnect on this channel at certain points in time. And you'll be like, oh, yeah. Well, and you'll find that interesting. So you'll watch the channel and you'll listen to me. 88. I really thought this was copper. No flare G. Anyway, um, I will do that. I'll probably do it today. Um, I'll probably do it today. This is the penny from, this is the nicest one we found today, I think. That 82 is pretty nice too. This is 1970s, older. Um, I'll probably do that audio, hopefully, anyway, audio version of Wexler and read it to people. And we'll have a little, it'll be fun. I probably won't get that many views on it, but it should be interesting. All right. So thank you. God bless. And I'll see you in episode. Ooh, I forgot already. Um, this is 374, right? Yeah. So I'll see you in episode 375. We'll do that second one. We got over 10%. No, we got 10% copper. So that 20% copper, 10 copper pennies. So that's great. This was a very good penny roll. Nothing to write home about. Few 1970 Ds, including this one. That beautiful 82 and some other copper. So a really nice penny roll. All right. Take care.